Hi guys, welcome to Becky B Tarot. So I'm just getting sorted literally for bed, and I wanted to do a quick video because you know, I've done videos about how you are the world around you. You are the person and thing that creates your life. Excuse the massive. I've got to get my hair out the way and it's too short now. Yeah, like you create your own reality. Yeah, you do. And you know, there's people, everyone's on different journeys. Everyone has different viewpoints, expectations. Some people have shadows that can take over. Some people have high egos, right? But I think one of the key lessons in life is not allowing other people's opinions, other people's views to affect your journey, right? That's like part of the main, why am I so high? There we go. That's like one of the main factors. And it's really hard to break out of caring about other people's opinions and views. I remember when I went through my Kundalini awakening, it was one of the hardest things. And now I look back and I'm like, it's so insane how you can be so entrapped and you don't know it. And it spurs from in so many ways. Like the whole social media factor. I was with someone that was like this. That everything has to be validated by what people on social media think of them. Like, what? That's not what you're living, you know? Like, that's not your life. That's your social media. Your actual social media life. That's not your living daily in there, are you? Like, and it's not in just that format. Here's an example of how people can have effects on you. So I remember, I've done a video before about how my childhood was a bit unstable in certain ways, and it didn't affect me very well. I had a rough ride in teenage years, I really did. Anyway, I think just early teens, or just before I hit it must have been early teens. I remember this so clearly, and I think it's hilarious now when I look back. I mean, how old do you have to be to work? 16? I'd had already been through hell and back, I think, and had more to come at that age. And I remember I'd finally sorted out my CVs. My school life had gone horrifically wrong due to not having a stable home. So, you know, I hadn't taken any school seriously and it had panned out not great for me. Anyway, I'd made CVs because I was like, I need a job, I need something, like, because I'd been numbing myself for years with drink and drugs, I think, by then, or was about to, I can't remember. It's like a whole different world away for how much I've changed. But I remember I'd made CVs and I went around, those of you that live more around these areas in this country will know of Bluewater Shopping Centre. So Bluewater Shopping Centre, I was only young, with my CV. There wasn't a lot on my CV, but I'd done a CV. And I remember this so clearly. I walked into Foot Locker. I think it was Foot Locker. With a CV, just to give it in. I was giving it in shops because I was doing, why is there no cream in this? I was told, yeah, like, just go and hand it in, and I was doing my bit, trying to get a job, trying to just be somewhere. And this is where you face hurdles in how you handle things and whatever. And I think this is pretty disgusting. And oh God, whoever this person was. I remember I walked in to Foot, I don't know why there's no cream coming out. I walked into Foot Locker with my CV and handed it over. I can remember it so clearly. There was he can't have been that old, a mixed race guy. And he took it off me and he so rudely was like, is that it? I was like, what? He was like, is that it? at this CV at me, right? I went, yeah. And he said, that was 0505 on the top of the clock. And he went, well, I'll take it, but it was the most embarrassing, humiliating, like, I was so confused, lost, I came away from that scenario with so many horrible feelings and energy vibe. I was literally a kid. This guy, the funny thing is, right, if you fast forward how many years, I did do retail. Let me tell you something. Working in a shop is working in a shop. If you work in a high vibe designer or you work in a flipping supermarket, you're working in a shop. I don't know why people get all like ego around it. It's like, yeah, I work in JD. Okay, it's exactly the same as you working in the shop next door to JD. Like, you work in a shop. And like later on, when my son was young, I worked in a shop and became a supervisor in a shop. Like, but the point being, I can't get any cream out of this, and I don't know why, so I'm just going to use this. The point being, right, is that how that person was egotistical. I don't know why he felt the need to be so cruel to a child, really. Yeah, that was a hurdle. And it did affect me. It affected my confidence massively, really badly. Like, but the joke about being, I actually, how many years later, was working in Blue Art in a shop. Like, it wasn't Foot Locker, but it was. And it just shows you that you can't let people's opinions, viewpoints stop you. You can't, okay? Because if I then walked away and then just never tried ever again, I wouldn't have got the job in Blue Water. And then I wouldn't have got a job that led me to the next job that led me to be supervisor. And then I wouldn't have then, like, it all led me to different, like, the path that I am now, the path that I'm on. And this will happen so many times in your life. It really will, but it's how you handle it. Now, obviously I was a child, so... But I didn't have anyone back then to go home to and go, oh my God, what a bellend, don't listen to him. I didn't have that. So that really, I'm pretty sure I walked out of that shop and binned all of my CVs in the next bin and just left Blue Water. Like, and fucking honestly, like, as I worked in the shop, I got given CVs that were like mental. I remember I got given a CV in the shop once where it'd been printed on paper, but it wasn't printed straight. It was like an angle, and I was like, okay, I wouldn't have dared said anything to the person. There's just it's unnecessary. But these are the kind of people, there'll be people all along your life like this. There really will be. And you have two options. You either let them suppress you and let them win, or you show them what you're made of and go one up and over, and do not let people's opinions, words change you. And that's just in job front. Words are words. They're not truth. They're not real. They don't actually physically, as in like physically hurt you. The energy can. You can get hurt by the words, but they don't actually. You know, if I said something really, like, I slagged you off and said some horrible, like, called you horrible names, but in a different language, you didn't understand it, it wouldn't hurt you because you wouldn't know what I was saying. And it has to be, you have to kind of get to a point where you can have that shell, if you like. I don't know if shell's the right word, but you get to a point where it doesn't matter. Nobody can knock you. Nobody can, it doesn't matter what they say. You don't believe you are of what other people say. Yeah? My ex-partner I had a baby with, I was with for like a couple of years, literally told me I was ugly. Like, he was like, you're ugly, I cheated on you the whole way through our relationship. Yeah, and then I actually found conversations of him telling other females, and other females laughing, saying they agree that I was ugly. So that I could have taken that and then never left my bedroom, never spoke to another guy that I wanted to be with or date or chat to. Or I saw it as, well, that's your opinion. I'm not shallow. Like, I go off what light that you give, and I know my true intentions for the people around me, the people I love. Like, I know my soul is not ugly, so I didn't believe it. And I also don't think I'm that ugly. Like, really, I don't. I mean, like, you can't have it all. hell? But again, it's a prime example. People will try and knock you back and hold you back so much through life, guys. So much. And you've got to get to that point where it's you're your own team. And it doesn't matter if someone stands in front of you and tells you that you're worthy of nothing, you're unattractive, you'll never be successful. That's okay. That's not my reality. That's yours, if that's what you want it to be, but that's not mine. And that's where I want us all to get and all to be. Because everybody is worth true peace. Everybody deserves to be at true peace where no one can affect you. But yes, so I'm going to go to bed now. In the meantime, I send you so much love and light. Bye.